What is going on? It is Bravo Zulu Barbecue, and I am here to do a more in-depth review of the modifications that I've done to my Sunterra 36 offset smoker. It is my first offset smoker. I've never used one. I've never had one, so I'm very excited to use it and experience what offset smoking is all about. So, a little bit about the smoker. I bought it from a gentleman off Craigslist for, I don't know, 50 bucks. And I'll post up how it looked before. So as you saw, there was just a bunch of corrosion. Nothing was actually rotted through. Just a bunch of surface corrosion. And I decided to go ahead and restore it. And it's actually really well built. So, first thing you'll notice is the black paint. This is Rust-Oleum Ultra High Heat paint. It's supposed to resist up to 1200 degrees Fahrenheit. It was about $7 a can here in California. And I did a decent job, but it's actually harder than it looks. Or it's harder than you would think to get even. That's why it's a little dusty. But it's kind of hard to get completely even, but, you know, do your best and it comes out looking alright. And then I painted this shelf orange using just a Rust-Oleum primer / top coat finish. Sitting over here is a Inkbird wireless thermometer for the meat and for the temperature inside the cooking chamber. I added a new grease bucket there. It's a Pit Boss grease bucket from Walmart. Just about the only thing Pit Boss I'll ever purchase. Right here is a 3/4 inch probe port. That's where the probe wires go. Coming from this over here, into the cooking chamber, so I can monitor the meat temps and the ambient temp. And what's cool about this is it's got plastic, and as you close this, you'll see that this hole gets smaller, so that way it makes a airtight seal around the probes. I replaced the stock gauge with a Tell-True gauge. So Tell-True gauges are some of the best gauges that you can buy because of how accurate they are. I added 2 of these positive locks. As you can hear and see, they make for a positive closing action on the lid, so that way it holds all the smoke and heat in. And it's really easy and quick to just flip it open and get your lid open. So there is still some light surface corrosion that'll come off really quickly in here. The grates are good. They're still good to go. I need to get off that corrosion and then season it with some cooking oil, and this will all be nice and black on the inside. So I went ahead and I added this is lava lock gasket seal around the lid. And I also did it around the firebox lid. And this is also going to help keep any smoke and heat from escaping the cooking chamber and the firebox. So I know a lot of people, they get pretty crazy about where the location of the smokestack is. I'm not really concerned. It's not that big of a smoker. It's 36. The cooking chamber is 36 inches wide by about 15 inches deep. So it's about on par with the Oklahoma Joe Highland. So to me, I really don't see a need for, crazy baffle plates and all that stuff. So they don't really do these at the nice restaurants down in Texas. So I'm not going to do it with mine. I'm just going to kind of leave it as is and see where it goes. Now, down here I probably will put just a Firestone or something, just a small one right here, just so that direct heat isn't blasting the food. But I'm not going to put any kind of baffle plates or nothing like that in here. then this is inside of the firebox. As you can see, the same lava lock gasket seal around the surface here. Really easy to install. And then I replaced the grate that was down here. The old one was pretty rusted. So this one also sits higher in the firebox, and I'll show you why in a second. So the old one sat like with this much clearance. So the reason why that much space is important is because you want to make sure that there's adequate airflow that's getting underneath your charcoal or your wood, and that way you keep a nice hot fire going. Because if you don't, what happens is charcoal or ash and stuff will collect in here, and you won't get good airflow to create that hot fire. It's got a good little adjustable air vent here, intake vent. I think a cool touch handle goes here. I really don't know. There's not a lot of info on this smoker, so I think I'm going to buy a cool touch handle and just put a nut on the end, so that way I'm not burning my hands off when I go to open this door. And yeah, that's really it. Took me about 2 weekends to do, from start to finish, taking my time. I am an aircraft mechanic, so I do have a little bit of background in, you know, just working with metal and stuff like that. So, but nothing was rushed. I was just taking my time with it all, and it took me about 2 weekends to do, maybe a total of 6 hours. Yep, so there's my Sunterra offset smoker. I am very excited to start smoking on it. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks.